Hey guys, I'm back with another DIY. I know you missed these. So, I was moving, life happened, and we are just back in action in a new space. And we are gonna start doing these DIYs again. I am excited. So, the first DIY I have is these Fringe boots. Honestly, I can't remember where I saw this inspo. I think it might have been Jimmy Choo or something. I can't remember. One of these brands had these really cute Fringe boots, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to make these. So I got all the stuff to make them. So first you will need some boots. I got these over the knee boots from Forever 21. Super cheap. And simple, like nothing special. They're like a faux suede. And then I got this really cool two-toned fringe from Joann. So it's suede on one side, black, and then brown on the other side. So we're gonna put it on the shoe where the brown is showing. So it's going to be a black shoe with brown fringe. What else you're going to need is some boot inserts. So, because you wanna have the boots standing up while you are DIYing them, will make it a lot easier. You can also just stuff the boots with like newspaper or tissue. You don't have to buy boot inserts. I just happen to have some already. And then you're going to need pins, push pins, is that what they're called? Yeah. And a glue gun. I was trying to figure out what kind of glue would be best for this, but I think glue gun will be the easiest and it'll last because of the fabric. Sometimes when it's a slick fabric, glue gun's not the best because it will come off, but when it's like a textured fabric like this, it will stick really well when you're doing fabric on fabric. So you shouldn't have any issues with it coming off. Don't judge me by my glue pad. I know, girl, it's seen better days, but we're gonna make it work today, and then I'll make sure to get a new one because it's really sad looking. Anyway, so that's what you need for this DIY. It should be super easy, and let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is insert the boot insert into the boot. That sounds so weird, but it actually still made sense. So yeah, so I'm gonna put the boot insert in the boot so I can give it some structure, which will make it a lot easier to DIY. So I'm gonna stuff mine with tissue because this boot insert is not giving me life. It depends how structured your boot is, because these are really floppy, that I think stuffing them is gonna be better, at least stuffing the bottom and then adding the boot insert. So we're gonna do a combination of stuffing them and then putting the boot insert in them. So yeah, just want to get the boot so it stands upright on its own. That's the goal. However you achieve that, do you, boo-boo. But this was the best way for me. So now that I have the boot like this, I'm going to cut my fringe. I'm going to just measure it in half so I have the same amount on each boot. So that's the other end, and we are going to cut it right here. So now that I have two long pieces of fringe, it's time to just wrap it around the boot. So I wouldn't just glue it, I would kind of just see where I want to put the fringe first. You never just like start gluing, because then you're stuck with that design, and if you mess it up, then that's not fun. So what we're gonna do, and because this shoe has a zip, I'm going to wrap it around, and then after I'm going to cut around the zipper so that I'm leaving an opening there. So, but for now, we're gonna just cover it, and then we'll come back and cut over it. So I'm starting off by just pinning where I want the fringe to be. And I'm gonna do that all the way up the shoe. That way when you pin before you just start gluing, you'll know if you even have enough, or like how you have to position the fringe so that it is enough over the boot. So we're just wrapping and pinning. So this is pretty much what it looks like when it's all in place. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the other shoe to make sure they match up perfectly before I glue it on, because you always want to make sure both shoes look the same. So now that we have the fringe in place on both shoes, I am just going to glue them on. These shoes are so tall, guys. Like, I don't even know. I feel like they're like half the size of my body. For this part, it's easier if you lay it down. And then you just unpin, kind of keep everything in its place as much as you can. And then you just glue it. Alright, so this one is all glued. Looks super cute. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and glue the other one, and then we're done. And that's pretty much it. You have some nice fringe boots. They look expensive, but they were super easy to make. I love how they turned out. I love the contrast of the brown and the black. But you can kind of use any color for these. You can use white fringe, purple fringe, whatever. The brown fringe. You could just do black, so it's like a black fringe, black on black. Anything would be really cool for these. But yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you try this DIY, be sure to hashtag Miss Anosha DIY so I can see your creations. I'm so excited to be sharing DIYs with you guys again, and there will be more to come. So stay tuned and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.